Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, the Queen of Ooga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane. How you doing tonight, Sally?
I am doing fabulous. I'm so happy to be on camera in front of all you folks. It's been a long week, and I'm so glad to be back. Can you believe we got snow on Wednesday? Well, I saw it coming. I saw snow on the daffodils. I told you guys that, but hopefully, fingers crossed, this is the last of the snow, although I do hear we're going to get thunderstorms, but it's spring. That's time for thunderstorms. And I just want to remind you of a few things. I have other videos. I'd like you to go to my channel and see the videos that I have there. I have videos on the tarot. I have videos on I have a video on how to read your pendulum. I even have a video on how to make a water pie. So explore my channel, see some of the videos, and while you're there, look at the collaboration I did with Tarot by Lavina. There's 3 parts. The first part we're talking about, just our experiences as a psychic, and then we look at what's going on down south in the U.S., and then we take a look at the royal family. So that's 3 parts, 3 videos, and I think you'll find them very interesting. And Carrie from Tarot by Lavina is a really insightful reader, and I hope you subscribe to her channel as well as ours, and give her a watch. She's very inspirational, and she's very intelligent. Okay, so are we ready yet?
Yep.
Good. And I'm ready to take your questions.
Well, hello everybody. Let's start with something easy. Sonia was denied Social Security benefit at the disability.
Oh, the disability? Oh, you always got to wait for those.
At the federal district court level.
Oh my. I am sorry to hear that.
And she wants to know from the spirit, what's next?
Okay, so let's see. Now I'm just going to throw 3 cards, and I'm going to ask the cards what the best way forward for Sonia is, because I feel like you don't realize you're at crossroads. You feel like you're in a pit. So let's just see a way out of this, just to get you off that dead center. Okay, so got to give them one more shake, and this card came flying out. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so we're going to look at this, and this is an overriding thing, is the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords moves forward. So he's saying the worst thing for you to do is to sit still, which I think you probably already know. So you don't have time to feel sorry for yourself, Sonia. All right, so dead center, you've got the 2 of Cups. So it says that there is somebody to act as an advocate for you. There is somebody there to help you out. It's time for you to accept whatever help's being offered to you, even if you don't think you want it. Even if you think it's too little, too late. Accept the help that's given to you. That's how you tell the universe that you do want help and you're grateful for the help that it sends you. All right, so yes, here we got the Queen of Swords reversed. So it does say that it really hit you hard that you lost this case. You really feel like the legal system let you down, and they did. I'm wondering if maybe there's a path to appeal there, just because the first thing I see is grab up your sword and go forward and get some help. So let's see the most positive thing, because I always like to end on a positive note. All right. So you've got the High Priestess, but it's the High Priestess reversed. So that talks about secrets coming out, but it's in your favor. So, yeah, this is a good time for you to accept whatever help's being given to you, and maybe appeal that, because it looks like something might have been done wrong. You might have a little loophole here. So whatever legal help is being offered to you, take it. But do anything but sit still. Okay, so thank you, Sonia.
That was for Sonia. Hi, Eva and Tanya.
So nice to see you guys.
Patricia wants to know about expediting real estate purchase for the summer.
Okay. So, Patricia, what I'm going to look at, expediting real estate purchase. Okay, let's expedite real estate purchases. You do know that sometimes the hurrier you get, the behinder you get. So, have to be careful with that rush thing. But let's see what we can do to make it go forward. Oil the wheels, if you will. All right. So the first thing I get is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is about moving forward. It is about moving from anxious, kind of frustrating situation to calmer waters. You know, that's where the boat is taking them. Although they don't necessarily see the path ahead, and you don't necessarily see the path ahead, but the universe is telling me that things are getting better and the path is getting clearer. I know you probably want it yesterday, but June seems to be the time when it comes to a peak. And it doesn't matter whether you look at sixes in the month or 6 weeks, it still ends up June. Okay. Or 6 weeks, it still ends up June. Okay. So what we have next is that the Hanged Man, and this works against you. It feels like in the eyes of the banks, in the eyes of those in the know, you're not ready. You know, that's what the Hanged Man reverse is telling you. You haven't paid your dues, if you will. But I look what's positive, and it's weird. You've got the King of Swords, but the King of Swords reversed, but it works for you. So I think that you have a realtor that might know creative ways, because it just feels like you've got somebody who knows how to work around the regulations. So things move forward when you find the right realtor, because you will have to bend the rules a bit, but the guy that will help you do it is coming your way. So good luck on you, and real estate in June.
Well, there you go, Patricia.
Bend your rules.
Let's see, the next question. Okay. We've decided to limit general readings because they take too long.
So 3 cards for the week ahead.
There you go. And that's for Mary Ann.
Hi, Mary Ann. Let's see what your week's going to be like. Okay, so there is an expenditure coming your way this week that you're going, whether it's an auto repair, a home repair, there's some sort of a necessary piece of money coming out of your pocket, because it feels like in the next little while you feel like you're paying, and you're really focusing on what life is costing you. Funny that Hanged Man shows up again, and this one, the Hanged Man is about the things we give up today to make life better tomorrow. And I think that in the next week, you are going to be faced with a situation, you forgot to do something. Because the Hanged Man is just saying, well, you didn't do what you were supposed to do. And so you are going to have to maybe play a little catch up. It's the word scramble comes to mind. So you might have a little bit of a scramble. So this is what's good. And we always end on a positive note. Oh, and the card that you turned over here is a pretty powerful card, and it's strength, and it shows you as being strength. And so what this is telling me is, even though, yeah, you're going to have to pay some bills that you don't want to pay, strength tells me, but you're okay to do that. You're going to have to cover your behind a little bit. But again, you're clever and confident enough to do that. You show up as strength. So all the challenges that are put in front of you over the next little while, and there will be some challenges, is nothing that you cannot handle. So I think the next little bit is going to be not boring, but it's definitely not going to be the worst you've ever faced.
Well, there you go,
Piece
Marianne.
of cake.
Tanya wants to know about her health.
Boy, Tanya, when I kind of reach out, I haven't put out any cards yet. I get a feeling around your filtry organs. And keep in mind, I'm not a doctor. This is for entertainment purposes only. But this might be a good time for you to do a cleanse or swear off sugar or salt or fat or something just to kind of clean out whatever's clogged there. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say. And I am using the Smith-Waite deck with the bonus cards. Oh, look at that. You've got the Ace of Cups. So overall, and I did say the filtry organs, but it doesn't feel like anything real big, so your health is actually, the cards don't think it's that bad. Quite frankly, I think you're doing okay. Another ace, but the Ace of Pentacles. It says worry more about your finances than your health. Ooh, nice. Nice. Okay, your health, whatever's going on there, it does feel like it's something filtry. You got some sort of a backup, but it's not. I really think that maybe you could, again, for entertainment purposes only, I'm not a doctor, but based on the cards and based on what I'm sensing about you, Tanya, I really think that just being a little careful about your diet for the next few weeks should clear up whatever's claggy in you. But the cards really want to tell me about your finances. So I think that you might have had a few false starts here. But the Queen of Pentacles, positively aspected, tells me that you should be trying to still embrace, go for the opportunities. This is a good time for you to focus in on growing your finances. Seems luck's on your side there. Okay.
All right. So, Virgo Queen.
Hi, I missed you. How you doing, beautiful?
She cheated on you. And went and saw another psychic. Who told her she was going to have a miscarriage?
Oh, my goodness.
What
a Debbie Downer. Well, I'm not competitive. Okay, so let's see how Virgo Queen's doing. Whoops. The Justice card fell out. And the Justice card is about finding balance. And it also reminds me that you've built up some good karma. So let's see. Ooh, you do have the Tower card right in the middle. Okay, so I can see that you're very stressed out. I'm not sure whether this is actually saying a miscarriage or not, because when I look at that center part, and the first thing the center part says is, man, get your balance, get yourself balanced, because this is about anxiety. And you're going to hurt yourself if you get anxious or nervous. Right now it's time for you to be calm and confident. Life is good. And no matter what happens over the next year, it's going to continue to be good. So don't let yourself get tensed up. Don't let yourself get anxious, because that's the sort of thing that causes that in the first place. Okay, so don't make yourself crazy. If I go beyond this, which feels like what you're doing to yourself, you're doing fine. So whatever happens to you over the next year, you are on a path to the things that you want. You've got the World, such a positive card, that the only negative thing about it is that you haven't gotten it all yet. You're on the path to getting it all. Keep in mind, life is about the journey, not the destination. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles, and even though it's reversed, it's on the positive side. So it tells me that you're building a foundation. You're trying to get a balance in your life. So this is not a time for you to let your emotions get the better of you or impact you physically. Okay, so it's all about balance. Meditate. Do your
Okay, well, that was a reading for Virgo Queen. Jojo. Hi, Jojo.
Hi, Jojo. It's nice to see you.
Why did the universe push me into early retirement?
Oh my goodness. I get that little ditty, all work and no play, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So, and this is Jojo?
Yep.
Okay, Jojo. Why was Jojo pushed into early retirement? My guess is it's about enjoying life. It's about enjoying life. Okay, early retirement does not mean that you have to sit in a rocking chair. Early retirement means this is a time for you to figure out what you want to be when you grow up. Because in the middle it shows the page of wands. So you said early, so as a retiree, you're showing up as kind of the baby, the kid in the group, you know. But you've got that wand. So think about what you want to do for a business. Find yourself a gig. Okay, this is a time for you to find your little side income, your little side hustle. Yeah. Even though right now you feel like it's unfair. And you really feel like the universe, and you do say the universe, and it's, you have justice ill aspected. So I really feel like that. But what the universe is doing for you, you're not being punished. You're being given an opportunity. And if you don't know what you want to do for a business, do an exercise. What?
Sorry.
You obviously don't like the idea of early retirement. So what I want you to do is I want you to think, what would I want to do for kind of a side hustle, right? Make two lists. A list of the 12 top things that people will reach in their pocket and give you money to do, whether you like them or not. And once you got done with that list, put it aside, make another list of 12. And this is a good opportunity, this is a good exercise for anybody who's wondering what next. So that second list of 12 is going to be the top 12 things that you like to do. Doesn't matter whether anybody will give you a penny to do it. So after you get done with that, you kind of let it all go, and then you sit down and you put those two lists in front of you, and you look at the items on that list, and you ask yourself, what should this person be doing with their life? And it's a really good exercise to open up the possibilities in front of you, because your question speaks like a guy who thinks there's no possibilities, but your reading says, hey man, we're giving you an opportunity to do something that you want to do. So see it as an opportunity. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Everybody remember to like. We love the likes, and subscribe, and be sure to tell all your friends about it. Share this video with everybody you know.
All right. Well, that was for Jojo.
Hi, Jojo.
Sorry about being slow on the button for the big cards there, folks. Anyhow, Lashika.
Hi, Lashika.
Wants to know about true love. Will she ever be married? And country of origin for that person.
Oh my goodness. We're being specific.
Yeah.
How about, since it's only 3 cards, how about I just look at Lashika and love with an eye toward marriage. We want to the forever kind of love. Lashika and the forever kind of love. And let's just see what the universe wants to tell you. Hopefully we'll get some of that information. I would love to give you that information.
Just to remind you folks, this is for entertainment purposes only.
Yes. Okay, so you've got justice, which that one's been showing up a lot. You know, it's telling people, get into balance, get into balance. And one of the first things I felt about you is that you sell yourself short. You might have body issues. It just feels like when you look in the mirror, you don't see the same person that everybody else sees. You look at yourself in kind of a harsh light, because it looks like this is a time for you to look at yourself fairly. Be fair with yourself, and that's going to make you more appealing. It's going to make you smile more, and anybody who's smiling is more appealing, is more attractive. Okay, and when I see this card, the Ten of Pentacles is about the long-term home. And it shows up here, but it shows up as being clouded, like it's you feel like it's out of your reach. Trust me, it is within your reach. I don't care what challenges you had growing up. You deserve and should have that long-term solid foundation with someone to build a life together. Just be careful at this point in your life, since the first message was about balance. You don't want to marry somebody just to marry them. Marry somebody that you can actually be happy about spending the rest of your life with, no matter what their possibilities are at the time, because life changes. And so if you're with somebody that you like, together you can build the kind of life that you guys jointly want. So you don't necessarily have to find somebody who has a big bank account in the Porsche right away. You can help them get it. Okay, and positively aspected, you've got the Three of Swords, and you would wonder, why would a card like that, a card about heartbreak, show up as being a positive thing? Well, that goes right back to the dysmorphic thing and feeling like you're not worthy. The guy you want, you're just not feeling like you're worthy of him. And this has caused you heartbreak. But it feels like your heartbreak has actually helped you to get some unsuitable people out of your life. So fall into balance. This is still coming. I think you might be looking at something on the horizon. You did want to know about the country of origin. I think that this might be somebody either from, I'm pretty sure it's from Asia, but I think it might be India. And India is in Asia. So yes, you will find somebody. You're just on the tail end of healing. Start taking care of yourself, respecting yourself, and somebody will come your way. Your solid life is still there in the cards. It's in the cards for you.
Perfect. And next we have Haunting Live. When will we be moving to Thunder Bay?
Packing up your truck like the Beverly Hillbillies? Move to Thunder Bay, I'll miss you. Okay. And the guys in Thunder Bay. Oh, that Page of Wands is showing up a lot. And it feels like right now it's a dream. And it might even be the flavor of the week. But it says that if this is what you really want, if you are willing to lay the groundwork, you can have solid plans in place to be there by the end of the summer. And that 3, it's funny, when I looked at this, I was counting the hills. The 333. And here again, you got 3 and looking out. And that idea of getting a handle on it. So planning is fine, but you still have to, even if you're not going to do it all at once, you still have to do something, do some act that is moving you in that direction. Okay, and I almost heard you take a breath in, the Devil. And the devil's actually favorably is favorably aspected. And this again says, if this is what you want to do, you're going to have to figure out the things that tie you here. And it's up to you to break those chains. So all in all, it's a possibility. But right now, it's just a pipe dream until you do something to activate it. And once you do something to activate and get that ball rolling, once you've taken a step or two, you'll find that the universe will start helping you along.
Well, we're at the halfway point. Why don't you tell them about our super special event in October, Halloween weekend?
Oh my goodness, it's going to be so much fun, folks. I hope to see you all there. And it's the Ghost of the Queens event, and this will be the second Ghost of the Queens event that we've held. And it's a Friday, Saturday. It's a weekend event. On Friday night, we have a nice dinner at the Queen's Inn, followed by speeches. I'll be talking about the ghosts of the Queens. The Haunting Live crew will be talking about the tools they use in their experiences as paranormal investigators. And then we have a very special guest speaker, Marianne Kennedy from the Ghosts of Dufferin County and beyond. And she's going to be talking about her experiences as a medium. And for those of you who are staying at the Queen's Inn, which I hope is all of you, the Queen's Inn has put together a nice block of rooms for us. And a lot of the rooms have 2 queen beds, so they can fit up to 4 people, so you can share the expense of the hotel. The weekend itself is going to be $140, and that includes your dinner, that includes your speeches. It also includes a day of workshops the next day. There's going to be 3 workshops, starting out with a workshop on mediumship by Marianne Kennedy, and then Chris from Haunting Live is going to be giving a workshop on how to get in touch with your angels. A very interesting workshop. And there'll be a lunch break there. And then yours truly will be giving a workshop on how to read the playing cards. That is followed by a dinner break. And we will be meeting again after dinner for a walkthrough of some of the more haunted rooms of the Queen's Inn. And we'll end up the night with a seance chaired by the Queen of Ooga Booga herself and monitored by my producer. So I hope to see you all there. It should be a lot of fun. The last time was a lot of fun, and I just can't wait to see everybody again.
Okay, well, see you guys all on Halloween weekend. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, and if you want to know more about it, you can go to the Haunting Live Facebook page, or you can send us an email to the Queen of Ooga Booga at gmail.com, and we'll send you all the information plus the link to Haunting Live.
And the email address is on your screen. And next we have Lil Batty. Her dad, or him. All right, having a hard time with this today.
Oh dear.
My dad is going to start working with his cousin soon. How's that going to go?
Well, let's see. And I am pulling out the playing cards since I just got done talking about playing cards. Well, this is actually a playing card oracle, so they're fancy playing cards. And let's see, your dad working with his cousin. How's that going to go? Oh, dear. Oh, let's just hope you don't have to play peacemaker. Well, there's potential there because one has a physical skill and the other has the smarts. The problem there is that they both have very strong egos. So sometimes they lock heads because they're seeing the whole thing from 2 different perspectives, even though they're both very good at what they do. So there's potential here as long as they learn to work together. The only thing that worries me, the first thing that turned up was 3 black cards. And 3 black cards kind of says, ooh, there might be they might have to work with something here. But I just get the feeling that because they're both professional, because they're both skilled and talented in their own way, I still feel like there is potential there. I see one, and I'm pretty sure this is your dad. He shows up as King Saul, and he shows up as being the one who, I think he's the brains, because he shows up with a book, but he's looking toward the other guy, toward his cousin. So he's willing to work with him. He's willing to negotiate. Although he is proud, the other guy is even prouder, and he can be a bit stubborn. And I just worry about him. I worry about the cousin maybe being the kind that will do what he wants to do and apologize later instead of ask for permission first, or discuss it first. So as long as they learn to work together, and there is a way, this can be done. They just have to be careful about it, and probably open and honest with each other about it. So yeah, I actually feel like this could be pretty good, but there is difficulties there. And they both need to be told your ego is not your friend.
Okay. I hear that all the time. Karen wants to know whether she can trust ST.
If you ask, the answer is no.
Not the same.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but if somebody gets your spidey sense up, you got to ask yourself why. And just in fairness to you, I'll throw 3 cards on it, but my guess is we're going to get 3 spades. Oh, no, we didn't. Awesome. Okay. So, ooh, that guy came up again. Okay, so it shows that you really, really, really love this person. And that's fine, Danny. That's okay. I think this person loves you, but sometimes people can't help themselves. And so my mom used to say, trust everybody but count silver. This says, put your trust on a short leash with this one, because you do love him, and the love is the strongest part here. So whatever his weakness is as a human being, acknowledge it, open eyes, and figure out a way to keep the relationship going despite his flaws as a person.
Well, there you have it. Next we have...
Sometimes we love the ones that are bad for us.
Yeah, that's a common theme with some women.
Yeah, I know.
Anyhow. Are you done with that?
Yes.
When will my parents agree on settlement and move on, please? And that's for Lisa Love.
Oh, my goodness. I think we've looked at this before, and I just get it. Sometimes couples, especially couples who have been together a long, long time, and at the end, when they break up, they end up fighting over everything. And you kind of have to back up and realize it's not it's not about the stuff. It's not about the country roses plates, or the Murano glass, or the minivan, or any of that other crap. It's not about the crap. It's not about the bank account. It's not about the house. It's not even about the kids. It's about the relationship. And at the end, it's kind of like, once they quit fighting, then it's actually over. So the fighting is just a way of hanging on. But I'm going to throw 3 cards anyway. See what the cards have to say, because they sometimes give really good advice. All right, so again, I'm using the playing card oracle, which is a very nice deck of playing cards. So Lisa loves parents. And you've got the 5 of clubs right in the middle. So yeah, that's a card of a conflict, and it's just get this feeling like, yeah, they're kind of beating each other up. Yeah, just what I thought. Okay, so you've got the clubs. And the clubs are, in this case, you know, you have where you have the page of the Jack of clubs turned upside down, but he's got this sword in his hand. So there's this idea, like you said, fight, 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 fight. But here on this side, what do you got? You got the page of hearts. The fight, 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 fight is what they put out there. But underneath it all, they still love each other a bit. They're not ready to let go of the relationship. That's why they're being picky about everything. And so I would suggest that you not get involved in it and let them do their little drama the way they're going to do that. Ask them not to discuss it in front of you because it stresses you out.
Okay, well, there you go, Lisa Love.
Lisa already knows. She probably already suspects they actually love each other. Still. They have it. It's hard to break.
Right, habits. Suzanne wants to know about an exciting personal life.
Ooh. Yeah, let's have an exciting personal life. Okay, I am going to pull out. Yeah.
You haven't done the runes yet today.
I haven't, have I? Okay. Suzanne's exciting personal life. Let's see. Yeah, that feels about right. Woo. Oh, really? What are you being warned about? Okay, so and I'm going to get into this first because it is kind of a warning here because the way it falls all the way over here, and it's a warning. It's telling you to be careful about planting the seeds of disharmony and anarchy. So be careful about any poisons. This is not a good time for you to gossip. This is not a good time for you to do anything that plants poison seeds, because this is kind of a warning saying any little poison seeds you plant now is going to come back and haunt you next year big time. So let's look at what's going on like right in the now. And you do have change coming your way, so you ask for change, you ask for it, you get it. Ooh, that's a good one. So there's change in the area of career, but I know that you are going through a change and it's still going forward. And life is just pushing you along that path so nicely. I like to see that. Right now you've got serendipity and tranquility, so you're entering a period of happiness. So you've got a pretty good summer coming up, and you might even have something about home ownership toward the end of the summer. You might be looking at either changing houses or putting some money into the house that you have. Okay, so yeah, you've got Rytho here, you've got Cart. Your life is moving forward just fine, Suzanne.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah, be careful. No gossip. No gossip, no games.
Christina wants to know whether her and her boyfriend are going to get physical in May.
Ooh.
Oh, she said together physically.
Yeah, well, you know where our minds go. And we're going to look at the maybe Lenormand. The combination of the Lenormand and playing cards, gypsy cards. All 52 of them. So, Christine and her boyfriend. Okay, so let's just throw 5. Ah. Ooh. You did say in May, right? Okay, so. I need to move clarifier on this one before I go. Okay, so yeah, it does look like there's physicality and there's partying, and it feels like there's a good foundation laid for the relationship. And you know, all the cards are good. You guys have come together. You seem to be kind of, getting closer and closer together, and you're getting like little romantic notions from him, which is really nice. And here I do see you guys getting together and partying, and I do see this kind of, building a foundation of a relationship. The thing that I worry about is this coffin up ahead. So it's like, well, why does things go so good and then it just seems to peter out? You can stop that from happening. Be very, very careful. Once you get intimate, do not get clingy with this guy. Really, don't get clingy with him. If anything, step back and make him come to you, because that's one thing that kills it for him. Is a woman that gets clingy. So as long as you can avoid that, you can keep him forever. There's a parable. A girl came up to her mother and said, "How do I hold on to a man?" And the mother got a tub of sand, and she took her hands and she put sand in each one of her hands, and one she kept the sand cupped in her hand, and the other one she clung to tightly. And when she clung to the sand tightly, of course, it all ran out of her hands. And so this is what I'm telling you. Open hand. Do not be clingy. No, do you like me? Was it good? No insecurity. Do not let him see insecurity. This guy finds confident women sexy.
Okay, well, next we have...
Confident women are sexy.
Well, next we have, or maybe not have, Sweet Baby Girl wants to know about pregnancy for this year.
A sweet baby girl wants a sweet baby of her own. All right.
Or not.
It's not the getting pregnant. It's not even the getting birth. It's the 18 years that follow, especially when you hit like year 11 to year 15. Okay, so sweet baby girl's baby. All right. So. And we're still doing the Lenormand. Okay, so, and it's weird because it's really very similar cards here. So it looks like, when I see like you got the two coming together here, okay, and there's love. So you've got, starting a relationship and you and him together and different people, but very good together. And then you have this the Nine of Diamonds, and it's got a coffin there. This is kind of a not good card. And it talks about miscarriage. So you have to be careful. This might be your first one, but when it talks, even if you miscarry, don't quit, because when I look on the horizon, I see a baby boy very much like his father on the horizon, somebody that captures both of your hearts. So no matter what the hardships are in the short run, and there are a few obstacles there, know that you will end up with a baby boy that you will just love to pieces. And I'm getting the idea of a very happy, drooly kind of kid. So yeah, in the long run, it looks pretty good. And whatever life hands you in the short run, you can deal with, because you've got love right here. And the love lasts, the love lasts, the love lasts, the love lasts. Okay.
Well, there you go, Sweet Baby Girl. Next we have 222. She wants to, or maybe he, unstuck their life.
Okay.
How do you get unstuck?
Oh, that's a good question. Should we do the runes or the cards?
Whichever are more helpful.
Well, I'm going to get my friends out here. The Medieval Scapini deck. Been my oldest deck. My second oldest deck, actually. Okay, so.
Just a reminder, all readings are for entertainment purposes only.
Okay, 222. What you get right in the right dead center is force, and that's about confidence, and that's about believing in yourself. And so one way to get unstuck is to reach for some goals that maybe you feel are a little bit too high for you. When I see this, it's like stand up straight and reach for the stars. So take a chance right now. Be confident. Believe in yourself like you don't usually. And the strength doesn't ask the lion for. In the picture, you've got the woman who's walked up to the lion and just put her hand right in the lion's mouth. She did not ask that lion permission. She approached that lion with so much confidence that it let her put her hand in its mouth. It let her pet him. So it's kind of like this is the time for you to grab life by the boo-boo, if you know what I mean. Okay, negatively aspected, I have the Page of Swords, which tells me that you've got some negative people around you who have really fomented seeds of doubt within you. And so if anybody kind of does it feels like you kind of get that, well, are you sure you should be doing that? That kind of passive aggressive, just out of concern for you, trying to hold you back. That's exactly the person that you should avoid right now. If you've got somebody who's like that, don't tell them your plans, but make big plans right now. Make big plans, make big plans, make big plans. You've got opportunities to climb up the ladder up ahead of you, and you've already turned your back on some opportunities because you haven't believed in yourself. Any opportunities that are in front of you in the short run, even if you don't feel like you're fully qualified, as long as you're 70% qualified, go for it, go for it, go for it. Because this is a time for you to take chances that you wouldn't ordinarily take and go after postings that you wouldn't normally go after. But the biggest way to move forward is to get the freaking negative people out of your life.
Excellent. Michelle wants to know about job opportunities.
Job opportunities. Now, you'd think with all the businesses closing, all the businesses shutting down, that there wouldn't be a lot of job opportunities, but there actually are, which tells us that the economy is growing in a very different way. It's a bold new world out there. So, job opportunities for you. You saw me shuffle up the cards. You saw me cut them. You've got strength right there. So it is about having some confidence. But I think that this is a time for you, since you are looking, since you are at that crossroads places where you're looking for new opportunities, instead of thinking about what places would have me as an employee, ask what places would I be willing to work for. Okay? So think of it in terms of that. Think about the job you want and what companies will offer you that job, and then go to the library and do your research on them, because you're in a position to make your own opportunities. You just have to do it. Yeah, keep your ear to the ground, because when I look at the Four of Wands, it's reversed and it's negative, but Four of Wands is about community. So this tells me that there's been chit-chat, there's been scuttlebutt in the community that you just like go in one ear and out the other. It feels like information is gold. Knowledge is power, and it feels like you've gotten a lot of little rumors and what have you, just through your circle of friends and family. It's time for you to start thinking about some of the knowledge that's been hitting your ears, because it feels like you've got a lot more going on for you career-wise than you give yourself credit for. Yes. Yeah. When I look ahead, you've got the King of Cups, and the King of Cups feels like a supervisor, a boss, but it feels like somebody that you can fall behind, somebody that you can believe in. So you do have opportunities coming up, and in the not too distant future. You can make them come quicker, but just by making your own opportunities. When you get a card as powerful as a strength card, right dead center for you, you're in a position to make your own opportunities.
All right, folks. Well, we're getting near the end of the broadcast here. Sally's had a very long week, and we're not going to go very long today. And with that being said, let's see. Stephanie wants a career path. Which career is the right one?
Okay, so.
Okay, so there we are. There's your answer. All three cards at once.
They just plopped right out. Okay, so the career path. The career path for you. All wands, and wands are fire. Wands are fire. They're motivation. They're about grabbing the opportunities right there right in front of you, taking your ideas and making them happen. And this is a good time to sell yourself. And it feels like you can do it within the circle, within the community where you are at right now. Because you've got some ideas and you've got some vision yourself, and you haven't really expressed them. Maybe you feel like you're not cool enough to say what you feel. But this tells me, share your ideas. Be vocal. Be that guy, this guy right here. In this scene, be this guy right here. Make people listen to you. So you can actually, just by showing leadership, you can be put in a leadership position quite easily. Okay. So I know that I'm going to miss some people this week, but like I said last week, anybody who sends me an email to the Queen of Ooga Booga at gmail.com, and if you give me your question ahead of time, and you tune in on Sunday nights, I will answer the questions from my email first. So anybody that I've missed, please make sure that you send me an email with your question, and I will answer your questions first, like I said, at the Queen of Ooga Booga at gmail.com. Also, I have some classes coming up. My class on palmistry in May is going to be rescheduled probably to July. In June, I have a class coming up on the runes, and that does include a set of runes and a book written by yours truly, and it's a whole day class where you learn to read the runes the way your queen does. And it does include this particular set of runes, which is made with a very special clay that's impregnated with kyanite. Kyanite's this wonderful crystal that just is always anti-negativity and cleansing, so your runes are always nice and clear. Okay, so I have enough energy for 3 more.
3 more? All right. That was Stephanie. Lashika, we'll get to your Cayman question next week. Block 2 Beaters wants a general reading, so 3 cards.
Okay. And Letitia, make sure you send that to me in the email so we don't forget. And who was that?
That was Lashika.
Well, she's going to send me an email. I know you are.
Block 2 Beaters.
Okay. Wants to know what?
General reading.
General reading. Okay. So we're just going to see what the next little while holds for you. Let's throw 3 cards for you. You said flock 2 beaters, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't pick the names. Yikes.
That's not yikes. Well, you have death and death reversed right in the middle, and death is about change. And so this tells me that change isn't happening soon enough for you. And this is a good time for you to be an agent of change. Because you might have leadership or management around you, but it feels like whoever is the one who has authority, whoever is the one whose voice is the loudest, is exactly the one in your life who should be shut up. I should have said that nicer, but it's how it came out. So negatively aspected, you have justice. So this again, it tells me that you've got kind of old leadership, old school stuff around you that's just not working anymore. You know, you kind of got to get out from under the reign of the dinosaurs and into the bold new world that I spoke of, which I spoke, and that will put you more into balance. The best thing that you can do over the next little while is grab charge of your own situation, like this guy right here, and be a little bit defiant. Okay, so this is a good time for you to be your own guy.
Ba-ba. Amy wants messages from her guides.
Okay, and I'm going to pull out the pendulum and pull that out in a little while. My Rudrashka seed and Amy's guides. What's Amy's guides? Tell her.
You have to show them how it's swinging because
Yeah, it doesn't even know which way it wants to swing for sure. Okay. So. Amy, you have to follow your instincts a little bit better, because the first thing your guides are telling me is that they talk to you all the time. You get messages, you get instincts all the time, and you kind of ignore it. And it's time for you to start paying attention to what your spidey sense is telling you, because that's your guides speaking to you, and they do speak to you a lot. It's kind of like follow your instincts, and it's kind of like that first thing you see, that first impression you get is almost always the right one. And they're telling me that you've got a lot more psychic ability than you give yourself credit for. So you spend too much time going, oh, I knew that was going to happen, when you really should be going, I knew that was going to happen. There's a difference between those two. Okay, so start acting on your instincts a little bit more. It's because your guides are there and they believe in you and they communicate with you. Be a good idea sometimes for you to smudge or maybe light a candle, just for the idea of putting white light around you to bring in more positive spiritual energy. It feels like it feels like you might need to do maybe a smudging of your house or whatever, because it feels like you're a little bit mired in negativity, and it's keeping you from believing in yourself the way you should. Okay, so one more.
One more?
One more.
Okay. Isadora.
Yes, and everybody else send me an email so your readings will be the first next week. And Isadora.
What a perfect name to end this reading on, right?
Beautiful name.
Isadora's daughter has applied for a job as a firefighter.
Oh, how exciting. Well, let's do the Leanermon on that.
There we go.
All right. Oh, you must be really proud of her. Woo. Okay, I just laugh because it's still one of those male-dominated fields, and so the men kind of set the women up. You know, you still get that male chauvinism, but I laugh because it feels like your daughter has just the right amount of you-know-what vinegar to put them in their spot. She'll do just fine. She needs to disregard the chiding from her coworkers, the people that are the same level as her. Don't let don't let the guys get the best of her. She's able to give it just as well as she is. She can give it out just as well as she receives it. Now, the one thing that I see is that there's kind of a little leg up, and that might be because she's a female and they want more female firefighters. But it feels like when I look at this one right here, this is about the institutions, but feels like the institution's working in her favor. So she is given a bit of a leg up there. But she doesn't really, even though she's given it, she doesn't really need it. She's good at what she does. She will do just fine. And the guys will make her try and doubt herself as much as possible. Whatever scores she gets, and she's going to get some good scores, make her post that right on the wall so every day when she wakes up, she can see how well she did before she goes to work, so the guys don't undermine her, because it feels like that's just what they do. It's a boys' club thing. But it feels like wherever she ends up, whoever's in charge, the top guy, sees a lot of potential in her. And he's the one that decides her future. So she's doing just fine. She can deal with it, with what she gets from the guys. Very proud of her.
Well, there you have it. That was the last reading for tonight. Anybody that didn't get their question answered, please come back next week. Or better yet, send Sal an email to the address that's about to be on your screen. Right there, yes. Now, one thing we haven't asked our lovely fans to do yet is like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe, and share, and share, and share again. We would love to have 1 million subscribers. We would love to have more people watching us. And that happens when you share, when you tell your friends about us.
Okay, well, that wraps it up for another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, Psychic Sally Diane. Good night, everybody.
See you next week.